Brighten the corner where you are. This one I'm going to place into two different categories. One is the advanced and the other's a beginning. Now, you may ask me why. I think I have heard the chorus of this sang with children, and that one is pretty easy to do. But there are several verses, six verses, yeah, six verses to this one. And in having six verses, there are a lot of um, old time words. There's a lot of things that need to be added as you're singing it for you to understand it at the same time. I'm going to go through the vocabulary, and then you can decide whether or not you're able to do this. And I know it's, like I say, um, I've always heard the chorus. I have heard the song before, but never six verses to it. So make sure that you have yourself well prepared for this one. The words that you're going to need, and I'm still going to go through a lot of them, even though I'm going to call it advanced. There's a lot of words that you're really going to have to practice time and time again. The word deed. Anytime you're looking at the deed or do that you're going to do is the pinching of the pointer finger and the thumb on both hands at the same time. It's like you're going to do several things. Deed. To shed, and that is where you're going to give that away. So you're going to shed your light. And then it says afar. So you're going to take both thumbs up. Your dominant thumb is going to move way out, away from yourself. Far. Duties, a little different than deed. Duties is something that you're going to work at. You don't necessarily, a deed isn't necessarily a duty. And so that's where your duty or your work comes in. And that's just the pounding of your dominant fist on top of the non-dominant fist. Work or duties. Of course, brighten, and that's where you pinch both hands together. All your hands are in that formation, and then it lets the light shine way out. Brighten. And corner, we probably have not done it before, but it's just the putting of two walls together. So your pointer fingers make the walls, and you make a 90-degree corner. Corner. Narrow, and that's where you're going to take both hands, palms toward each other, and show that it's just really thin. Narrow. Self, and that's your thumb against your chest. Anytime you add the word self to a word, it comes out with that thumb. But yourself is back against your own chest. The word debar, and this is one of those old words that have been brought into this song. It was written way back in the 1800s, so that makes a lot of sense. It just means to prohibit or prevent. It's like you've got a blockage here that stands in the way of your hand coming against it. Prohibit or prevent, to debar. Talent, I can. And I would probably do my talent or my abilities, another word for that, abilities or can. Surely, and again, that is going to be true, the same as sincerely. It is truthfulness. Sincerely or true, surely. Feed. Now, in this song, it's not me eating, so I'm not going to take it to my mouth, but to give it away. In this song, it means to feed someone else. And so we take food and give it to someone else. Feed. Astray, and that's where somebody is going to go off to the side. And so you just move it out and away. You're going to not go in that straight path. You're going to go out and aside. Lost, I have it in my hands and I drop it because, ooh, I lost it. Lost, both hands. Sheep, now I know we've talked about this one in some of the other songs, but you take your dominant hand and form a pair of scissors, and it's like you're cutting the fleece off of the sheep. To exhort or encourage, and in this song, that's what we're trying to do, is to encourage one another. And we encourage one another to sing, we encourage one another to do good deeds. Encourage or exhort. Restore, it means to make it new again. So we're from fingertip of your dominant hand slides across the palm of your non-dominant hand. Now, some will do make new. Most of the time, you really don't have the time to do that. They understand the word new in this context. Comfort, and of course, that is just the rubbing of the backs of your hands. I always think of Grandma patting the back of my hand if I went to talk to her. It was very comforting, but just rubbing the backs of your hand. Fellowship, and I don't know if we've had this one before or not. Thumbs, dominant hand, thumb down, non-dominant hand, thumb up, and they circle one another. Fellowship. Behold, it is the same as watch, bringing it from my eyes, both hands in the two position, both hands out, because I'm going to watch something out there. To behold or watch something. Glorious radiance. That's two words, but in sign language, we only do glory. So the glorious radiance would be his glory. Impart or to give. I will impart wisdom or give you wisdom. Impart. Touch, non-dominant hand, backside to you. Your center finger on your dominant hand is going to just touch the back of your non-dominant hand. Touch. Master, and if you think of the chevrons on the soldiers, that claw hand on the shoulder, and bring it down, because this is more just, it would be a boss, master, putting the person ending to it. The same with slaves, except that you're going to bind the hands, because they would bind them to put them into slavery. So you've got your slave person. So it is a person that is bound. Reward or gift. Both hands, it's like your hands are with the X position, but put your thumb up against your X position, and it's like you've got a hold of a gift and you're going to give it to someone. Reward. To save or rescue, and that rescues the word in here, but that's where we're going to bring it out. You're bound and you're going to break it free. Save or rescue. The last word we're going to talk about is to recover. That means to make it healthy again. Both hands grabbing at the shoulder area and pulling it out. It's like, whoa, I feel good today. Recover or healthy. You will notice that I'm going to break this up into 6 verses. Some of your songs will have these verses, while others may have part of these and part of these. So that you can skip through, I'm going to label them verse 1, verse 2, all the way through verse 6. Do not wait until some deed of greatness you may do. Do not wait to share guide afar. To the many duties ever near you now be true. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Someone far from harbor you may guide across the bar. Brighten the corner where you are. Just above our clouded skies that you may help to clear. Let not narrow self your way debar, though into one's heart alone may fall your song of cheer. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Someone far from harbor you may guide across the bar. Brighten the corner where you are. Here for all your talent you may surely find a need. Here reflect the bright and morning star. Even from your humble hand the breath life may feed. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Someone far from harbor you may cross the bar. Brighten the corner where you are. Right beside you are believers who have gone astray. For lost sheep you need not seek afar. In Christ's love exhort, restore, and comfort them today. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Someone far from harbor you may guide across the bar. Brighten the corner where you are. Stay in fellowship with Jesus and behold his face. If his glorious radiance should impart love and serve the Lord sincerely, this touch men's hearts. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Someone far from harbor you may guide across the bar. Brighten the corner where you are. Christ is coming as a master to board his sleigh. He appears on high, the morning star. Sinners rescue, saints recover while it's still today. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Brighten the corner where you are. Or someone far from harbor you may guide across the bar. Brighten the corner where you are.